Listen to me carefully. Before you scroll away, I want you to watch this story till the very end, because what you're about to hear might just change the way you see your life forever. It's the story of a man who lost everything, and found peace not by fighting harder, but by learning to empty his mind. The city was still asleep. But Daniel hadn't closed his eyes all night. His apartment was dim, the glow of his computer screen was the only light cutting through the darkness. Piles of documents, failed ideas, and unopened mail surrounded him. He stared blankly at his reflection on the black monitor. His eyes were tired, heavy, and almost lifeless. He whispered to himself, "I did everything right, so why does it all feel so wrong?" Daniel was 32, a man who had built his life around chasing success. He had worked his way up, survived sleepless nights, sacrificed friendships, and ignored that quiet voice that kept begging him to slow down. But now, all that was left inside him was noise. His business had collapsed. His relationship had ended. And in the silence of that empty apartment, he realized he had lost himself while trying to win the world. The next morning, Daniel drove out of the city. He didn't know where he was going, he just needed space. Rain began to fall as the road curved through the mountains. He pulled over, stepped out of the car, and screamed into the wind. "What do you want from me? I've given everything." His voice echoed across the valley, "Everything, everything, everything." He sank to his knees. For the first time in years, he cried. And as he knelt there, something caught his eye, a small wooden sign, half hidden by leaves. It read, "Temple of Still Waters, 2 miles ahead." He followed the path. The rain had stopped, replaced by a soft mist rolling gently over the hills. At the gate of the old temple stood an elderly monk, sweeping the steps with quiet grace. Daniel approached him and said, his voice shaking, "I don't even know why I'm here." The monk looked up with kind eyes and said, "That's good. Those who come knowing nothing are ready to learn." Daniel sighed deeply. "My life is falling apart. My mind won't stop. I've tried meditating, reading, working harder, nothing works. I just want peace." The monk nodded slowly and replied, "Then you must empty your mind." Daniel frowned. "Empty my mind? How?" The monk handed him a small bowl filled to the brim with water. "Walk up to that tree," he said, pointing up the hill, "but don't spill a single drop." Daniel began to walk. Slowly at first, eyes locked on the bowl. Every step required focus. The slightest distraction made the water ripple and spill. Halfway up, the monk called out, "Did you notice the sunrise?" Daniel didn't respond. He was too focused on the bowl. When he returned, the monk asked, "Tell me, what did you see on your way?" Daniel shook his head. "Nothing. I was just trying not to spill the water." The monk smiled. "Exactly. When your mind is full of fear, you see nothing. When it's full of noise, you miss the beauty around you." Then he took the bowl, poured it out, and said, "Now go again. But this time, with an empty mind." Daniel climbed the hill once more, slower this time, lighter, freer. He felt the sun touch his skin, the wind brushing against his face. The air smelled fresh, the birds sang, and for the first time in years, he felt alive. When he reached the top, he looked down and saw the monk smiling from below. Daniel's eyes filled with tears. He finally understood. All his life, he'd been carrying a bowl too full of fear, expectations, and noise. And in doing so, he had missed life itself. When he returned, the monk said, "Peace isn't something you find. It's what remains when you let go of what you don't need." Daniel nodded slowly and whispered, "I understand now. To move forward, I must empty my mind." The monk smiled. and fill it only with what truly matters. Months later, Daniel was back in the city, but he wasn't the same man anymore. He spoke less, but every word carried meaning. He worked less, but everything he touched had purpose. And in every quiet moment, he found peace where chaos used to live. When people asked him what changed, he'd smile and say, "I stopped fighting for control, and started flowing like water." Life isn't about filling your mind with more, it's about learning when to let go. When you empty your mind of fear, doubt, and noise, you make room for clarity, peace, and strength. So today, stop trying to carry everything. Breathe. Let go. Empty your mind. Because peace doesn't come from having more, it comes from needing less. Clapperboard if this story touched your heart. Don't forget to subscribe and stay connected, because Daniel's journey continues, and each story is a reminder that peace begins when the noise ends.
My friend, please clear your mind.